Look at that over there. There's deer in them bushes. Probably eating all the pine cones. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Things going pretty smooth here on the great big high production, high yield ranch. Today I got to pick some peas. Now all I got was a small handful of peas, but they were ready and they were good. And that was my breakfast this morning. It was very nice. I got this little runt plant. Looks like it's dying. Looks like it's dead. Or halfway there. It produced 2 pods. Each pod had 1 pea in it. They were great big peas though. And really, really sweet. Yeah. I think that if I planted peas and that was all I got was little runt plants like that, I'd just fill my garden full of peas because those were good. Over here we got the corn coming up. As you can see, she's coming up. We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. This is our honeydew melons, which are delicious melons. We'll get a few off of it, but they're not doing so well this year. And then here is that's my squash, spaghetti squash. Oh man, I love squash and I love spaghetti and I love spaghetti squash. This is radishes. Whoop. And they are, a lot of them are ready to pick. This one has been chewed on by ants. Now what I'll do, see it's still got ants on it, I'll throw that in and let the chickens have it. Actually, I'll take the leaves off and give it to the rabbits. They're crazy about that. Yeah, so things are going good, but it's still morning. It's 90 degrees. And it's going to get up to about 33, 34, somewhere between 92 and 95 today. It's going to be hot. It's going to be real hot. And humidity is going to be high. We got a storm coming in. If it doesn't storm tonight, I'll show you what I'm going to do. If it doesn't storm tonight, you see that tank over there? It's about 1/3 full of water. I'm going to empty that onto the garden, but you don't want to do that during the day because you'll just dry all your plants out and kill them or make them sick anyway. Over here's the big speaker cabinets for the new band. This is my rabbit tractor, and what I'm doing is mending. You see a different kind of fence here, and then there's another up there. You can't have gaps like that. The rabbits will crawl under and burrow under and trip on it and everything else. You don't need that. So I've been working on mending it with wire, mending it all together. There's a method to this madness. If you can see here, you have big holes, and that's so that the grass will pop through it so they can eat the grass. But down here the holes are smaller. The grass will pop through, but not near as well. But the idea is that this thing's supposed to be mobile. I'm supposed to be able to move it around. And the plan is we're going to put basically like push mower wheels on it, and then they'll have levers to lift it up and then let it back down. Well, I don't want the rabbits. That's easily big enough. A rabbit's feet will go right through that. Well, I don't want to smash my rabbit's feet all up, So the idea is, since rabbits are a little bit skittish, that I figure I'll use it to my advantage. What I'm going to do is this is the bottom, of course, and this is the top. On the top, I'll put a roof that's flat, goes right across here, and then the rest of it, I probably will put a curved roof so it's bigger, and then on the very end, no roof at all. And then when I want to move it and I start lifting the wheels, the rabbits, being skittish as they are, should, in theory, this is my theory, I haven't seen anybody else do this, so it may not work, But in theory, the rabbits will all run into where the low roof is to hide. Well, that'll put them right over this stuff where they can't fall through it so easy. See? Well, that'll have some straw in it too. And then I can move it without having to worry about hurting them. I'm not as dumb as I look. So, yeah, I don't know. It may not work. That's my idea. Chickens are doing good. They're getting big. I've been asked about them a couple times. I guess I haven't showed them for a little while. But yeah, they're getting big. Yeah, you guys want a hunk of radish? I don't know if they'll eat it, but I'll give it to them. We're not going to eat it. All right. Let me break this off here, and I'll throw it right through the top. There it is. Watch them come out. Look at that. What's that? Oh. I don't think they're too interested in it, but somebody might. Knowing chickens, they want it to rot first. Rabbits. Well, the king over here, they're all laying around because it's hot. I got the fan going. This little lady here, if you can see right there, she's made a nest. Hi there. I built this for her when I realized that my thing that I bought there was too short for her. So I made her a little A-frame house and used it as a sort of a partial roof. I thought she'll like that. She looked in it and then built her nest out front here. That's where she was building it before. So she's just, I don't think she's worried that we're going to hurt the babies, you know. Now this rabbit back here, hiding, is worried to death that we're going to hurt the babies, I think. But she's an attack rabbit. She's like that rabbit out of Monty Python there. Yeah, and I don't know if you can see the babies in there. They're in there moving around, so I think she must be taking care of them. Anyway. Oh, you can see them pretty good right there. So I'm going to split these. See, she's ready to go on the attack. She really is. What's that rabbit called on Monty Python that attacks? They had to throw the holy hand grenade at it. Well, that's what she's turned into since she's had kids. Now this one, you're just the sweetest little thing, aren't you? You are just the sweetest thing. You like that? Isn't that? Yeah. Her head doesn't even go down when you pet her. Like, you know, normally their heads go down to kind of protect themselves. Hers doesn't. She's not at all afraid. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I don't want to get rid of her either, but I'm thinking she'd make somebody a good pet. She'd be one of them bunnies that follow you around the house. What? Yeah, you would. But right now, we're trying to make you into a good mommy. Yep. I'll tell you what, if I wanted to breed to sell rabbits as pets, that'd be a good mommy right there. Cause man, if we could have more rabbits as friendly as her, I'd corner the market on pet rabbits. I think I would. I've never seen in my life, and I grew up with rabbits. My dad raised rabbits. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I fell on hard times a long time ago, where I took a contract at a place and I really cheated myself, and I got stuck working there for almost 2 years, and I did my job and I did what I was supposed to do. But I didn't get paid well, and they wouldn't pay more. But when I went in the next year to renew the contract, I raised the price to something that was still cheating myself. And they got mad at me. And it took them most of a year to find someone else to do it. And they paid the other person 2.5 times. But anyways, yeah, that's just how some, cities are. It's how some places are. But while I was there, I had to feed a family. I had a family of 5, and I had a choice. I could either go on food stamps, go on public welfare, and trust the government to help me. And I'm sure they would have. I don't have any doubt that they wouldn't have. But I had a choice of doing that or trying to provide for my family without using help from the government. And I myself had paid into the government for a long time, and paid into, the welfare system for a long time. And I felt kind of like if I used that welfare, that I was taking out of my own piggy bank. That's how, I don't know. I'm dumb, Sometimes I'm just dumb. But that's how I felt. I felt like if I used the welfare, I was taking out of my own, sneaking money out of my own piggy bank. Money I put in there, And I know that's not right, but that's how I was, and I'm glad that I was, because I decided to do what my dad had done for years, and I planted a garden, and I started raising rabbits, and we got the family through. I got the family through, and I didn't have to get help, and it was a lot of work, and I don't particularly like to kill a rabbit or any animal that much, but when you got to feed your family, you got to feed your family, and that's how it is, and I'm glad for that experience because it was a good one, but it was a hard one, but it was a good one. And my kids learn a lot. And that was probably the time in our lives where we were the healthiest and the happiest. And so I'm kind of trying to recreate that. I don't have the big family anymore, but, I think I can, with my little urban farm, keep us all nice and happy. Maybe help out the neighborhood a little bit too. Who knows? Who knows? It never hurts to help out your neighbors. Anyway, I was saying there's a big storm coming, and did I already say this? I'm not sure. I may have to edit it out. There's supposed to be a big storm coming, and I don't think it's going to get here till tomorrow. One of the things that I learned, a little tip for you, is if you want your garden to grow fast, water it late at night after the sun goes completely down and it's dark out, or you have to take a flashlight out to move your hose around or whatever. And give it a good soaking, at least a good inch, a good inch for every inch, if that makes any sense. But yeah, an inch of water, like an inch of rain. That's how you do it. Shh, don't tell. Don't tell. That's a secret. That's a big old urban ranching secret. So anyway, I'm glad you're all watching and putting up with me. And I'll see you all in the next video.